Hi, my name is Elena Nezhinsky, and this is Complete Humanity video series that I am making for long-time spiritual seekers who still seeking for spiritual awakening. And today we are talking about something that might not have anything to do with spiritual awakening. Seemingly, it doesn't have anything to do. In reality, it does have everything to do with it. All of us, long-time spiritual seekers, we had all kinds of different higher state of consciousness experiences. And we're still seeking. We already know who we are. We know we are not just this human body. We know that we are not just this human mind. We all know this. We had the experience, we lived this. And we still seeking. Still seeking for some resolution, for some relief. Because we still feel not free. We still have all these kind of reactions, habits of the mind, beliefs, and we react from that place. And one mistake that we do, that we think, the mind still thinks, that it needs more, you need more awakening. You need more higher state of consciousness, mind states, maybe to permanently be in the mind state of complete limitlessness. Which not gonna happen. This is temporary states. The consciousness focused in this very form, in this very mind, does not have an ability to be completely limitless without experiencing any sensory experience forever. If you're in a body, you experience life through the body, through the form. And it means its senses, its feelings, its thoughts, sensations. It's a specific point of view. This very form is a point of view. This very form is a point of view for the consciousness to experience some unique experience, live through some unique experience. This is why we are so unique. Every one of us, just like snowflakes, every one of us. So the experiences are completely different. And experiences of, even in a life of the same human being, is completely different, because we are never the same. We change every moment. As a human being, we change every moment. It's what in Buddhism call impermanence. On this very plane, with this mind, having this body, there is nothing permanent. It's all constantly changing. And through that change, there is constantly new experiences. So some of us still believe that spiritual awakening or enlightenment, it's an absence of change. It's an absence of different experiences. It's an absence of feeling. It's or absence of sensing. It's just being in a state of pure awareness, experiencing complete unlimited mind without sensory experience. This is unrealistic expectation of conditioned mind. How mind get conditioned to expect this? As spiritual seekers, we read a lot of books and we hear a lot of teachers speak, and our mind takes in some information and make a story that this particular teacher or in this particular book, what is described is experience of enlightenment as almost non-human, as someone who is absolutely cut off from their sensory experience and only in a state of, in a mind state of higher consciousness. And I can see how this can be formed, because most of the teachers, they don't talk about their humanness. They don't talk about their humanness at home with their partner or with their children, or their troubles in financial, in a bank, or their health problems. They get on a stage and they talk about higher consciousness. And that's what they're here for. I'm not saying they have to go on a stage and talk about their relationship problems. They're here to translate higher consciousness experience to others. But it doesn't mean that they're limited or unlimited. Anybody, if you are a speaker, you know how you go on a stage and you present yourself to the audience in a certain way. You just step into the role of somebody who is a speaker. You step into the role somebody who is a teacher. And we all have a specific message, specific intent. And so through that role, that intent gets translated, transmitted. But it doesn't mean that that teacher is limited to that role. Though for us, when we see this again and again from all the spiritual teachers, we start to assume mind creates this belief that they are teachers, they know, and they are in that state of consciousness all the time. And we are here, poor simple humans, We're here bound to our feelings, emotions, sensations, habits of the mind, and so on. So I want to tell you something which is my own finding, and you don't have to believe me, but I just will share with you that freedom is not the freedom from this human. The spiritual awakening is not the freedom not to be you. Spiritual awakening is a freedom to know yourself. To know yourself very, very intimately as a human being. To know how this vehicle operates, how this mind operates. To know yourself so well that there is no resistance to be yourself. There is no resistance. There is no expectations how you should be, other than what you are right now. This is the freedom, not to impose some kind of ideas how you should be and what you should be, how you behave, live, look. We all looking for this freedom. We are looking for relief from suffering, from the pain that we feel, of limitations. But if we allow us to be as we are, with all these limitations, whatever you've got, and we all got our own limitation. Look, I'm completely different from you, and my mind is different, and surely I do have limitations of this particular form. For example, I can't be a man because the form is a woman form, and I can't do some mathematical calculations that some geniuses can do because this form is limited in that regard. And there are some gifts of this form. There are some very interesting there are some properties. That's what I was reaching for. Different properties of this mind. And so our work is to know ourselves, to know these properties. Some of them, if they are not really natural, when you just see them, they kind of fall off. If that's not natural, if that's more acquired, sort of imposed by the early life environment or the life environment after that, if that is made up and you see it, it will go away. But if it's more natural to your mind, because when you were born, there was specific brains, genes, these unique properties. And our goal is to uncover that uniqueness, uncover that naturalness, uncover these natural properties of our own mind, and just be ready to use it in life, not be shy from it, not be ashamed by it, but see it as a beautiful, unique flower that needs to be given a freedom to be. I get very passionate about it because for a long, long time I myself was seeking from the freedom from suffering, and I was confused. I was confused. Where is that freedom? And so I explored thorough the path of awakening, the spiritual awakening, because I thought that at the end of that path there will be complete relief from suffering. And that only opened me to this, what I'm talking right now about, to be able to start to know the human I am, the unique human I am, the beautiful human I am, just like everybody else. To see this uniqueness, to respect this, to love this, to be thrilled by this absolutely interesting human, to be curious about myself, to step into the world and be in connection with others as myself, and not trying to fit in, not trying to alter. This is the freedom. This is the freedom we are all looking for. Free to be yourself. Claiming your own uniqueness. Claiming your own life to be this. Without trying to manipulate. And in every my video, I am trying to go to describe the dynamics, how this happens when we allow ourselves to just be in a very early childhood. And then I talk about this general feeling of being able to live yourself and to give permission for yourself to be this unique human and not alter yourself, not to be ashamed by who you are, not to be ashamed by these properties that this unique mind has. And in a way, I apologize that it's taken me so long it's already video number 5 and I still did not go into the details. So I apologize for that. Keep watching if you can. Eventually we'll start to unwrap this. it seems like my mind needs to start talking about this, and as much as it needs to, I will go into this. I don't have anything planned, really. Well, I plan to to talk about details, and um, and apparently it doesn't work. And I respect this about myself, that I'm spontaneous. I love it. I know it will probably eliminate a lot of people keep watching these videos. But that's okay. Um, as I say, I'm not here for everybody. Oh, not for everybody. Only a few. Only if you keep watching these videos until my mind gets enough to, to to translate that into the expression and the feeling, because there is an intent there to not to give it to you intellectually, but give it to you in some way that it will touch you. How it will touch you, I don't know. It may touch you and you never watch my videos. And that's fine. Somebody else will be able to touch better than I. But for some, it may work. And you will be touched in a way that this intention coming through me, through this expression, whatever I am sitting in front of you and trying to express, and sometimes just laughing at the very effort that I yes, keep watching. Keep riding this with me. If you resonate, if you feel curious, um, if something in you says that maybe I don't know what she's talking about, but maybe at some point she will say something, and I understand finally. All right, guys, that's enough for today. See you tomorrow. Thank you for listening and giving me the opportunity to do this work.